So, Lynn, Gloucester-Hartpury's unbeaten run continues. You're 7 from 7 now. You haven't lost this season. You must be pretty delighted with how it started.
Yeah, very pleased, and I think finishing a 4-week block like we did against Saracens, who were an informed team, just goes to show where we are as a squad, and just the physicality of our girls. We can show we can play the rugby, but the physicality side of it was very impressive.
Yeah, that Saracens win, a hugely satisfying result.
Yeah, very satisfying. Like I said, they're an informed team, and they came to Kingsholm, and we can only control what we can control, and to finish a 4-week block going into a rest period with a win like that is very pleasing.
And the set piece was really strong against Saracens. I think you had 16 line-outs and nailed all 16 of them. How good is it to execute the basics so well?
Yeah, we take a lot of pride, and the set piece is part of our pillars, and making sure that we get that scrum and we get that line out. And I agree, 16 line outs, 16 out of 16 line outs. Kelsey and the call in from Sam Monaghan was exceptional, but then it's all about the lift, the jumper and everything with the catch. So definitely, and in those big games, that's what count.
And after the Trailfinders win, there wasn't a sense of negativity, but there was certainly a feeling that Gloucester-Hartpury were going to have to improve massively going into Saracens, wasn't there? Yeah,
definite, and that's the positive reaction from is what we needed from the girls. Take nothing away from Trailfinders. They took us to the sword, and we came away with that bonus point win, very narrowly, but we all knew as a squad, players, staff, that an improvement was needed, and that definitely came.
And what do you think was the big change in those two performances? What did they do really well that they maybe didn't get so right against Trailfinders?
Yeah, I just think you nailed it on the head there when you talked about did the simple things well, and that is something massively which we did going into the Saracens fixture. But the big thing was making sure that we won the collisions in defence and attack as well, and it's so important in the game of rugby.
I suppose the exciting thing now is that you've still got a lot of first choice players, a lot of international standard players to come back and into the 23.
Yeah, definite, but what I'm loving about it is these youngsters coming in, Nell Metcalf, Kath Richards, Pip Hendy, and they've taken their opportunities, and it's their shirt, and they'll have these opportunities going into this 6-week block. So to give them that exposure, and yeah, we got internationals coming back, but also we've got these young girls and who took a real good leadership out there and stood up to the mark.
Yeah, it's definitely been a strong start to the season. You must be really happy, but there's definitely no room for complacency now, isn't there? You've got to keep your foot on the gas.
Definitely. You're looking at these next 6 weeks. We started off with Leicester Tigers, who are going to be very confident. They finished with a very strong win against Sale, away from home. So it's a tough task us going on Saturday to Leicester Tigers, but it's a challenge that we are really excited for.
And some of the big news from last week was Millie Hyatt and Steph Else getting the call up into the Red Roses squad. Firstly, how proud of them are you? And then secondly, what does that say about the strength of the pathway and the standard of rugby that they're playing at uni level with that programme?
Yeah, very proud, and sorry, very proud. And it just goes to show the pathway is working for us. Girls, 18, 19-year-olds, they need to be playing rugby. If they're not playing in the PWR, where are they playing? And that's such a big part of our pathway, is playing for Hartpury University, but also getting regular feedback from their coaching staff. And then that regular feedback, I'm part of that process too. And just how we can manage players being in the Premiership and the university programme, along with Cheltenham Tigers, just goes to show that we are working on getting players developing through any game time that they can.
And Elly Perry was recalled as well after a period out of the game. It must be massively proud for you to see her get back in an England shirt.
Yeah, Elly Perry is a talented individual, and when she had her baby with Bert and coming back into it and being picked with the Red Roses, very proud of her from what she has has achieved already since coming back into pre-season. Wanted to dip her toe into it, and she's actually jumping in that pond, and she's swimming and going very strongly. So it's lovely to see, and it just goes to show whether the game can be mothers like Elly Perry can do it and be on that front of Red Roses. And
looking ahead to Leicester now, you had a convincing win against them in round one. You put 50 points on them. How do you kind of approach this game now? Is it, you can't sort of rest on your laurels, you have to start again, don't you?
Yeah, they're a very proud team, very proud coaching staff. We know them very well, the coaching staff. That result on round one for us just doesn't count. We're not looking at that result. We are thinking about where we're at now, and that Leicester Tigers team is a completely different outfit to what played us in round two, and we're expecting a real tough physical challenge.
And they've definitely got some dangerous players. People like Meg Jones, Fran McGee, a lot of danger there. Yeah,
it's great, and this is why the PWR is so special. You're right, Meg Jones is a very talent, but Fran McGee, she hit the limelight in the Six Nations last year, and look at her now in the PWR. She's going very well. So we know what danger players they've got, and very excited.
And then looking ahead to Bristol the week after as well, it's another big game for Gloucester-Hartpury. They come thick and fast, don't they?
They certainly do. Look, we've got to look at Leicester Tigers first, keeping our eye on the ball there. But yeah, Bristol Bears, local West Country derby, doesn't get better than that. And Sunday the 11th of Feb should be exciting at King's Own.
Best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.